adding Katie Smith. She was in the front row. What this means to this team.
I'm very excited about Katie's addition. We were just talking about it earlier, and I really couldn't think of a more perfect player to complement what we already have here, which obviously worked well last year. But every team's getting better, and we needed to get better as well. And I think KB, Brian, the owners, they did a great job of putting together a phenomenal roster, and I'm really looking forward to training camp.
What does it say about this organization? I mean, from the ring presentation today to adding a veteran like Katie, that, you know what, these championships are fine, but let's go get another one next year.
Yeah, there's nothing better than winning. Last year was a great season. It's going to be probably impossible to duplicate everything that happened, but the one thing you can do is strive to win again, and it may not look exactly the same. Obviously, the roster's changed. I'm sure what you'll see will be a little different, but the end goal, the goal at the end is the same.
I was talking to Katie yesterday. Where do you find the hunger? I mean, when you look at your resume, you've pretty much won everything.
Yeah, never repeated.
Yeah, never repeat. So there's the hunger this year, huh?
It shouldn't. I mean, as an athlete, especially in the WNBA, it's so hard. It really shouldn't take much to find motivation. Each game is a challenge, even each practice to some degree has its challenges. So every day you just got to take it one day at a time and try to get to that championship, try to get to that championship podium again.
You've been suited all over the WNBA. Days like this when you see the ring, where the organization is going, how does that just make you feel that you made the right decision to stay in Seattle, staying with this Storm team?
It was never really a decision. I knew I wanted to stay. It's where I've always wanted to be. But this is definitely, I talk to other players in the league, and I know a little bit about what goes on in other organizations from a player standpoint. I would never leave Seattle from that aspect.
Okay, let's talk about the ring now.
Okay.
Your thoughts on the ring. You designed the first one. Your thoughts on this one here?
It's gorgeous. I mean, there's a reason why they're professionals, right? And we're not, because it's beautiful. You look at it, it's got what we talked about, the bling. Every player wanted that, like I said, and they just did a great job. It's personal. It's got some touches to it that we can all enjoy, and I know for me, it's just going to symbolize everything that last year meant.
And a pretty special year when we look back at last year, wasn't it?
It really was. I mean, it's hard to realize what's happening when you're going through it. Even shortly thereafter, you're just kind of on a high from winning. But when people ask you questions or they talk about it or they mention different records that were broken, you realize you were part of history, and that was pretty awesome.
Talk a little bit about your off season, how everything can go off season. There's no off season for you, really.
No, actually, I was able to take a couple months off in the fall, which was awesome. Had some weddings, some normal people things to do, and then I was off to Russia come January 1st. We had a great year. Didn't finish the way it has the last couple years for us, but we got to the finals in both EuroLeague and Russian League. Just fell short, unfortunately. But all in all, a successful year, and glad to be back in America. I can tell you that much.